Mazda for the biggest. That's a comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it, get it.
And it's a ticket talking Mazda for the biggest. That's a comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it. Comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it, get it, get it, get it. Comma and a comma. Gotta get it, get it. And it's a ticket talking Mazda for the biggest. That's a comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it. Comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it, get it, get it, get it. Comma and a comma. Gotta get it. And it's a ticket talking Mazda for the biggest. That's a comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it. Comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it, get it, get it, get it. Comma and a comma. Gotta get it, get it. And it's a ticket talking Mazda for the biggest. That's a comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it. Comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it, get it, get it, get it. Comma and a comma. Gotta get it, get it. Ticket talking Mazda for the biggest. That's a comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it. Comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it, get it, get it, get it. Comma and a comma. Gotta get it, get it. And it's a ticket talking Mazda for the biggest. That's a comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it. Comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it, get it, get it, get it. Comma and a comma. Gotta get it, get it. Talking Mazda for the biggest. That's a comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it. Comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it, get it, get it, get it. Comma and a comma. Gotta get it, get it. And it's a ticket talking Mazda for the biggest. That's a comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it. Comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it, get it, get it, get it. Comma and a comma. Gotta get it, get it. And it's a ticket talking Mazda for the biggest. That's a comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it. Comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it, get it, get it, get it. Comma and a comma. Gotta get it, get it. And it's a ticket talking Mazda for the biggest. That's a comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it. Comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it, get it, get it, get it. Comma and a comma. Gotta get it, get it. And it's a ticket talking Mazda for the biggest. That's a comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it. Comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it, get it, get it, get it. Comma and a comma. Gotta get it, get it.
It's a ticket talking Mazda for the biggest. That's a comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it, get it.
And it's a ticket talking Mazda for the biggest. That's a comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it. Comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it, get it, get it, get it. Comma and a comma. Gotta get it, get it. And it's a ticket talking Mazda for the biggest. That's a comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it. Comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it, get it, get it, get it. Comma and a comma. Gotta get it. And it's a ticket talking Mazda for the biggest. That's a comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it. Comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it, get it, get it, get it. Comma and a comma. Gotta get it, get it. And it's a ticket talking Mazda for the biggest. That's a comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it. Comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it, get it, get it, get it. Comma and a comma. Gotta get it, get it. Ticket talking Mazda for the biggest. That's a comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it. Comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it, get it, get it, get it. Comma and a comma. Gotta get it, get it. And it's a ticket talking Mazda for the biggest. That's a comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it. Comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it, get it, get it, get it. Comma and a comma. Gotta get it, get it. Talking Mazda for the biggest. That's a comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it. Comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it, get it, get it, get it. Comma.
this a ticket talking Mazda for the biggest. That's a comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it.
And it's a ticket talking Mazda for the biggest. That's a comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it. I'm a comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it. Comma and a comma. Gotta get it. And it's a ticket talking Mazda for the biggest. That's a comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it. I'm a comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it. Comma and a comma. Gotta get it.
Welcome everybody to another episode of Head to Head with Brian Parker. I am he, and we are back for another week of talk. Hope everybody out there is doing well. Yes, I am wearing my West Charlotte Lions t-shirt, representing the Dub C. Ain't that right, Lori? You know. Anyway, we are coming live and direct from Charlotte, North Carolina area, but we are streaming live and direct. Hello, drama lady. Is Dara Bragg? How you doing? We are streaming live and direct on LinkedIn, X, formerly known as Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, Amazon Fire TV, Roku TV, as well as Facebook Live. So you don't have any excuse for not being able to catch us because we own all of that. And we will continue to be able to grow the network on the other platforms as well. We thank everybody for tuning in for another week of talk. Oh my goodness. Let me first say hello to our co-host. We have Lori Parker. How you doing, Lori?
How you doing?
All right, black and beautiful. And let's also welcome in Mr. TNTBS CJ Jones, also a host of Elephant Exposed, as seen on YouTube. Please go to YouTube, pull up CJ Jones and search, and you will see Elephant Exposed. Please like, share, and also make sure when you watch videos that you do put in some comments, because that really does help with the algorithms, and it does help a lot of our videos be able to get out to more people. So whether it's CJ's Elephant Exposed or us on InPower TV on YouTube, please do that. We are currently having a drive for 10,000 subscribers. We got like 9,000 to go, but everybody got to have a dream. Everybody got to start somewhere. We would love you guys to be part of that journey. But back to Mr. CJ Jones, always peels the onion back when it comes to issues, sometimes with law enforcement, sometimes other issues too. Gives you his perspective on that. So give him a nice like on his page. How you doing, CJ?
I'm doing good, my brother. How you guys are doing?
Oh man, we making it. Look, it's been a whole week and I haven't choked Lori. So that's something. It's got to be something for that. I'll even go a step further. I hadn't even thought about it.
I say that's going in the right direction.
Yeah. I mean, at least for the last 7 days. I will not speak on the days before that, but I can say at least for the last 7 days, I have not thought about choking Lori or have actually carried it out. So for her good, that's always a good thing. I'll also say too, Lori, you got literally about a good 2 months before training camp for the NFL starts back up. And as I say, the NFL is a 12-month, 24-hour thing now because they make everything such a big production. Yesterday was a big production because it was the unveiling of next season's schedule, which that may sound very boring to a lot of people, but trust me, there were people waiting for this day, having damn watch parties about their schedules coming out, because it's like every year springs eternal hope. You forget how you finished the last season and you look towards the next season. You look at the draft, free agency, and all these different reasons to feel good that, hey, this year my team might got a shot, or at least they should be a little bit better than they was last year. Now, if all season can't bring you a little bit of hope, then it's just lights out for you. But a lot of teams had that little glimmer in their eye. I thought it was funny, Lori. My team is the only team in the damn NFL that has no primetime game scheduled this coming season. Won't be on primetime one damn game. It is but 1 o'clock game or 4 o'clock game, which is like regular games. Your primetime games are your Monday night football games, your Sunday night football games, or your
Right.
Thursday night football games.
Right.
There will be no Carolina Panthers on any of those games. And I'm pretty sure, I didn't check it, but I'm pretty sure your Dallas Cowboys are on primetime more than anybody because they normally are.
That's just marketing. But what I was about to say is,
But it's good marketing. It makes
oh no, look, B, did you like that? No, I was like, that's just marketing. But listen, come on, man. All right.
No.
I want to talk about the Panthers for a second. Are you really serious?
None. Zero. It's the
Okay.
second time in their history that this has happened, but I think it's the first time since 2011. But yeah, it has it's
Okay.
happened once before, and it came after a 1-15 season. So it definitely is going to happen when you don't have a good season like that. I mean, nobody wants to see garbage, and I totally get that. And there's no guarantee that this year is going to be much different than last year. Matter of fact, when I saw the schedule, I saw maybe 3 wins. And I'm trying to be optimistic. It's hard for me to be optimistic about my team right now. I saw maybe 3 wins. Now,
Okay.
it may surprise me and win 6, but those other 3 would come from them having to play the game that they're supposed to play and not play down to their competition and let them eke out a win. You know how sometimes that is, like a game that you think, oh, you just go ahead and chalk that up that they should win. Those would be one of those down games where they get caught sleeping and then somebody end up getting them. I see 3 of them.
I have a question.
Yeah.
And again, probably you're going to tell me the answer. So since there's no primetime games that's on the schedule according to the new schedule, and for all of those diehard keep pounding people who got the PSLs and all that other stuff, like, because if there's no prime time or there's no primetime game or something like that, will that affect the sales, or like people just going into the stadium, or they'll just go?
I'll answer. There's a few reasons that it won't. Number one, there's just people that would like to go see a football game. You got to realize there's 32 NFL teams. Whether your team sucks or not, every city don't have an NFL team. So the fact that you can on a Sunday go to a professional football game, not no little arena football, which those have been pretty electrifying, or USFL or anything like that, but literally professional NFL football in your own backyard. If you have the opportunity and the ability to afford to be able to do that, whether your team wins a game or 15 games or whatever, a lot of people will take that opportunity. The other thing to remember, Lori, is just like yourself, you are from the state of New York. You know, you were a Big Blue fan. So if Big Blue, which they are playing them twice this year, I think.
Yes, they are.
Yeah, so they are playing them once here at the stadium. Let's be clear. On that day, Bank of America Stadium does not exist. It will be MetLife Stadium South. Every effing Giants fan is going to be there, even if some of them Giant fans are also Panther fans, but they grew up in New York, so the Giants are their first team. They moved down here, they adopted the Panthers. But when the Giants come to town, all the Big Blue start bleeding through. I've seen that stadium do that, whether it was Cowboys. Oh God, when the Cowboys come, don't act like you know Panthers fan that day, because the whole stadium.
It's back in the 80s, bro. It's back in the 80s.
It turned into AT&T Stadium.
Yep.
When the Eagles come, all you see are Eagles. When the Steelers come, you don't see nothing but terrible towels going around and around. That stadium will do that because a lot of people that live here are from somewhere else.
Yep.
Well, thank you for answering that, because that's true. But I think on the schedule, I think from what I recall when I had seen it, that the Panthers do have a game that they're being playing in Europe. Isn't that against
Yep.
the Giants?
Yep, that's
Yep.
correct.
But will that won't be on prime time or
No.
No, that'll be
but do you think
Sunday
it'll be on like
morning,
a
right?
streaming service or something?
It'll be on a streaming service, but the other thing, like CJ was just saying, it'll be early morning. I mean, this game ain't
It'll be like 8 o'clock in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
People get up for soccer, football,
right. But
soccer, football.
That's not.
Yeah.
But that's not prime time. Your
Mm.
prime time games are your night games. Your
Got it.
your 8 p.m. NBC games where Carrie Underwood starts the game off. Your Monday night football game.
Yeah.
Back in the day, used to be Hank Williams singing "Are you ready for some football?" And he just
Oh,
got
yeah.
you, boy, got you all jazzed up. Like, oh, I'm ready for some football. You almost felt like you ready to hit something. And then on Thursday night, now with the deal that they have with Amazon Prime, then you have those games on Thursdays. And also now they're expanding to Thanksgiving. Used to have those 3 games on Thursday. I believe this year they're going back to add in another one on Black Friday. So you'll have that going on. So it's going to be a lot of good stuff. So anywho's that that is what makes football exciting. That's what makes the NFL exciting, because they're always doing something. They're always teasing something out. We just had the draft a couple of weeks ago. Now they just have rookie camp last week, where the rookies come in and they start getting them acclimated to NFL life. Then it'll be OTAs, off-season training activities that are quote unquote not mandatory. After that, then they'll have training camp, normally where they go away from town, try to get closer as a team, bond and that kind of thing, but also go through their plays and stuff. Then they have what is known as full training camp at the end of July, going into August. Then you have your Hall of Fame game going into the first or second week of August, where we're also doing our Hall of Fame inductees, one of them being the one and the only Mr. JP, Julius Peppers, from the University of North Carolina. He was also a Carolina Panther, Chicago Bear. So JP is getting his due, as well as a couple of other inductees this year. That's first week in September leading into the regular season. You'll have that Thursday night opener. And the Thursday night opener is none other than the AFC Championship revenge game between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Baltimore Ravens.
Yeah.
And CJ, I must admit, the Baltimore Ravens this year have Derrick Henry as their running back.
Oh, I know, bro. It's gonna be a little different. You know what? And honestly, bro, looking at what we how do I want to say this? Looking at what we did not do.
That's perfect.
if we make it to 12, I'm gonna be shocked.
Okay, I'm glad you said that, because your schedule this year
is rough as always.
It's not built for 12.
It's not.
If you get it, that will be
because somebody underestimated us.
That, and it'll be some masterful coaching. I count it. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't see the scheming. I don't see the scheme. I don't see it, because people have got Mike McCarthy playbook on lock.
Well, that's the problem.
And that's what I'm saying. If we are able to squeeze 12, I will be surprised.
If you guys get 12, you should definitely get past the first round of the playoffs, because the schedule that you have is not like years past, where they stack the NFC East with the first 3 games of the season, and you were able to start out with a 3-0 record, and everybody going, "Oh man, this is it, and gain at it." So you got to start hard at the beginning. So depending on how you come out of that, your first 6 games, I believe, if I remember correctly, 3 or 4 of them were on the road and against some really good teams. And I counted the first 6 games before your bye, you guys either going about 3-3 or 4-2, or it could even go 2-4, just depending on how it bounced. It could be either one of those 3. I don't see it being less than that, I don't see you winning 5 out of the 6 or 6 out of the 6. Most 3
we
out of
only did good 1 year on the road. Like we did better. I forgot what year that was. I think it was right before COVID hit or something, or right about that time.
Well, actually, sometimes most of the time they do better on the road because AT&T Stadium is not always home field advantage for them. Last year it was. They won damn near every game at home, which was really different from what they normally do. They normally play better away because a lot of the other teams' fan bases travel to Dallas or live in Dallas, and they fill up that stadium, kind of like how they do here in Charlotte. A lot of those people that live there brought allegiances from other teams with them. They're not your diehard. A lot of diehard Dallas Cowboy fans don't even live in the state of Dallas.
No.
Dallas Cowboy fan in Massachusetts.
Well,
I don't find too many Patriots fans.
They are all over. They are literally all over. Trust me.
You ain't gonna find that same amount of Patriots fans in Texas.
No, hell no.
Right? Like there's more Cowboy fans in North Carolina than I believe there's Panther fans.
Yes. Look, you know what? Real quick fact, and this is what I tell people all the time. Before the Panthers existed, there was only 3 major teams.
That's right.
Dallas, Redskins, because that's what they were, and Steelers. That was it.
That was it.
That was it.
That was it.
And that's why when there is a game, like you just said, when you talk about those 3 teams, that's just it, my guy. That's just it.
And to your point earlier about the marketing, you're totally right. Because when people see the Cowboys on a primetime game, they tune it in for 2 reasons. Either they DC for L or they anybody but the Cowboys. And either way, that brings the optimum amount of eyeballs to any TV screen anytime. It's going to be real interesting in North Carolina this year because now that sports books are open across the state, boy, that's just going to add a whole nother wrinkle to eyeballs on the games and everything else. No matter how you feel about online gambling, it's here and it's here to stay because again, this is something like alcohol. They love it because of the revenue that it generates, like legalizing marijuana. Once you start paying on stuff and states see that as a source of revenue, it ain't ever going back. Like I remember being in North Carolina, they fought having a lottery for the longest. Before we got a lottery here, before we got Powerball, Mega Millions, the tickets, the scratch offs, and all that stuff, man, they'd been trying to get a lottery for probably 20 years before that. It took that long to fight the system of the Bible Belt people that said, my scripture, it ain't in there, says you shouldn't gamble. That ain't in the Bible. That's just your personal belief. But anyway, but that's what we came across. Same thing about drinking. South Carolina was the worst. They were a mini bottle state for God knows how long. They couldn't sell. They couldn't use full-size bottles in bars for years. They'd use mini bottles to mix drinks. They had a mini bottle law. And it was a dry state, so you couldn't get beer, wine, or liquor on Sundays for the longest. Now I think you can do beer and wine. Still can't do liquor. North Carolina, you can't do liquor on Sundays as well. And beer and wine, you can do it, but it has to be after like 12:30, 1 o'clock or something like that. Is it 2 now?
I thought it was 2.
Something like that. Yeah.
Man, look, I might be outdated, but I thought it was 2.
It's definitely after church, and that was the whole negotiation that they had, or they came to an agreement,
a compromise.
A compromise that we'll do it after church hours.
Yeah,
which is crazy because I remember being in church plenty of times, and certain people in church, I could smell the liquor on them from the night before, so you ain't really stopped nothing. And a lot of these people had their little gunny sacks, so they sit there and have a little pinch before they go into church anyway. There were plenty of people in church that were lit. It didn't matter. They knew what time they could go buy the next beer and wine on Sunday, so they came prepared. They pre-gamed for church.
Yeah.
Lori don't know nothing about that. People pre-gaming. They don't do that in Catholic church, Lori. They just They just try to hit the communion line twice.
Nobody hits the communion line twice. No.
That's not a thing?
No.
Oh, I did it. Anyway, once I found out that I passed my confirmation class, that I didn't get the Welch's Concordia grape juice anymore, that I actually got the Livingston wine, I was all in. I remember wanting to go to church just because Communion Sunday was every other Sunday. If it was the off Sunday, I really wasn't trying to go. But on Communion Sunday, she ain't have to say, "Wake up, y'all." I'm sitting on the side of the bed like, "What took you so long? I'm ready to go."
Words of an alcoholic.
You really didn't have to say that you could have just kept to yourself, because
you really could have.
Sound crazy.
I can't be the only one that was trying
These
to go
are my confessions.
Now look, you could have kept them still ass wafers, but you be looking at the person next to you, because they gave them to us in these little shot glasses. And I'd be looking at the lady next to me. I'd be looking at her like, "Nah, I know your old ass ain't gonna drink all
This
that."
Negro said shot glasses, Lord.
Yes. In the Lutheran church, it's in the little shot glass.
We didn't do backwashing, because a lot of y'all sit there and y'all drink that. Y'all drink the out of the one goblet. Like
yes. In the Catholics, yes, it's in the goblet, but
Crystal Lopez, what's up, baby girl?
But no longer. Well, I think after COVID and everything else, like you can't even.
We never did that in the Lutheran church. It was always, they would have these little trays that had the little. I joke about shot glasses, but they were the little.
I know.
And they, matter of fact, what they did was they put wine like in a little squeeze bottle, and the way they would fill them up real quick, they would go around and squeeze all like a bartender. Some of them had really good hands on it too, because not one drop fell off that glass. They knew what they were doing. But anyway, you look at them little old women around you and stuff, and you be like, "I know your old ass can't drink all that wine. Go ahead and hook a brother up. Give me what's left." So, or I would be the acolyte or the crucifer. You start the ceremony where you carrying in the light. You light the candles at the top, and then you sit up on stage with the pastor during the whole sermon.
Oh, so you volunteered just to get that one. I get it.
And Sundays, yeah, because them extra cups that didn't get used, hey, they was already poured. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh my God, boy!
I figured
the things I have found out.
The more you had, the more blessed.
Know who you marry. That's all I'm saying. Know who you marry.
Listen, I again, I didn't hear this version. I had a whole other.
You had an infomercial. You had an infomercial.
That wasn't an infomercial. I got a totally different story, because that was not the story I saw.
What did Anthony say, y'all?
Anthony says, "Why you think them old people was getting down? It was the wine kicking in." Anthony, that's why they did it right there in the middle, because if they did it too early, not only would the wine start kicking in, but they'd be asleep before the preacher finished the sermon. So that's how he made them stay awake. Like, oh, the good nigga here don't finish up this damn sermon. He know I want my wine.
Oh, wow.
To keep him awake.
I can't.
Oh, my goodness.
I can't.
This is going left real fast. All right.
Absolutely.
So, speaking about, hang on, sis, because I got to ask y'all something about this. I heard it on the way coming in from Ubering the other day about a pastor, local as far as our state goes, said that he stood up after how like you do the announcements like towards the end of service.
Mm-hmm.
He stood up and he announced that his wife committed suicide, and so he drew attention to himself. He says, don't feel sad for me, pray for me. And he thought he dropped the mic and thought that was going to be the end. Well, lo and behold, Negro, what happens is that people hear this, and so they begin to have inquiring minds. In case if you forget, this is the age of information, and people will start researching your stuff very quickly. And so now, not only did he draw the attention of the local PD, but the FBI as well. because here's the situation so far. So I cannot wait to get the full story so you guys can catch it on Elephant Exposed. But so far, everything is just circumstance.
He just did a teaser, Lori.
So what happens is, his wife's body was found in the woods. Not only in the woods, but with a shotgun wound. Negro, why are you in church?
And obviously it was suicide, because you can definitely point a shotgun at yourself and really pull that trigger.
Well, they didn't say that. Now, see, that's what Elephant Exposed is for. We're going to find out. We're going to find out what weapon was used, how it was used, and all of that. Okay. All of that stuff is general information. And you will get my opinions on it.
All right, fair enough. There we go.
Well, I'm just waiting for everything to come in.
All right, so listen, I won't go any more church stuff on Lori right now, because I done blew her mind about what I do with the communion plate. So I ain't gonna even go into the offering plate. But anyway, anybody out there?
Did you take anything back?
Lord, people are watching.
Ain't got nothing to say about watching. Ain't got nothing, because I don't know what the statutes of limitations in North Carolina are.
Yeah. Careful.
So anywho, shoot, I had to go get candy from the Bitsy Bounty. But anyway, oh God, I miss Bitsy Bounty. He's a good store. But anyway, we also make sure that we help anybody on that's watching be able to promote anything that they have going on. If you're a small business owner, if you host local events and you want to be able to get the word out, please send us some information. We'd love to be able to promote that on air for you, whether it's on our live show, whether it's on our Roku, Amazon Fire site, whether it's on YouTube TV. We'd definitely love to work with you guys on that. Lori, let's pull up BLP and play this, and then we'll be right back. Buying a home is one of the biggest decisions that you'll make. Here at Jermaine Parker Realty, we're here to help you navigate through that process. We know that a home is more than just a place to live. It creates memories. Here at Jermaine Parker Realty, we're here to help. Give us a call and let us get started on your journey. I want to say welcome to Sarah Parker and Mon McPhee. How y'all doing out there? Okay, listen, y'all. So there was this video, and it says, first time going to church, I thought the offer plate was for everybody to take something. I was slapped so fast. Right. Yeah. Almost like kind of giving back. Exactly. Hey, I don't know if y'all saw this video that went around about the guy that was at a dinner celebrating was it his wife, Lori? Celebrating his wife's birthday party, or
his wife was in attendance, and then I think there was the friend who was the birthday girl.
Okay, right, because he was right. Okay, so there was a dinner. It was about, let me think, 4, 5, 6, at least 7 people. One guy and about 6 females. One of them was his wife. One was the birthday girl. At the end of the dinner, the check comes to the table, and it's all combined. It was a $700 check. The guy simply tells the waitress, "Hey, excuse me, if you can go ahead and split this up for me, I got my wife and I got the birthday girl." And that's when the fight started, where the other ladies at the table seemed to take issue with that. Instead of me trying to narrate the whole thing.
Oh, one of them again.
Play this clip.
Okay.
Oh, no. I don't want to can you separate it? I got the birthday girl and my wife.
Separate check. Dave, I'm sorry, you're the only man at this table. Why are we doing separate checks? It's all women here.
No, but I'm not responsible for paying everybody. I got the birthday girl.
You invited everybody.
You invited all of us.
I didn't invite you. Sign up for that. Okay, there's nobody else doing
But you
the.
participate.
I know we ain't got shit. I know.
Wait a minute, y'all. Hold on. This is my birthday, for real. Don't.
Okay, well,
we're
it
not-
don't matter to me because I didn't have anything.
No. I didn't get
But you
It's
still
Donnie's
pay.
birthday.
Wait a minute. We're not
I
doing
don't
this.
pay for nothing that I didn't get.
Gonna let him sit here with a whole table full of women?
I really feel like it's not his responsibility, and when y'all get a husband,
Couple drinks. You know what?
No, because I'm saying that's ghetto. Like, you don't come to no establishment like that talking about splitting checks. I don't do that. I don't split checks. That's
Thought
really
you were the
ghetto.
podcast king. Thought you were the podcast king.
We gotta get a car. Out here, so we'll go this way.
Okay. Sorry about the volume on that. I meant to.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
So, anyways, my friend had posted that. I know she got it from somewhere else. I saw it and I thought it was hilarious because, you know, why in the world do people? I just don't understand this new age of thinking and stuff like that. I got so many different takes on this thing, but CJ, it seems like that one hit you. So I'm gonna let you just go with it.
Well, hold on. Let me get my- Well, okay. Now, seriously though, man, this sense of entitlement is ridiculous.
Mhm.
Okay, and that's what it really boils down to. It really boils down to entitlement. For some reason, we have gone from our age of chivalry and doing chivalristic things for our ladies. Okay, this is an individual thing, so let me slow walk us through this. Okay, so there won't be any confusion. It's not the fact that this guy or this young man has not looked out for who belongs to him, but he also did what I think is the sweet or the honorable thing, and that's to take care of the birthday person, the birthday lady, which is really like an awesome birthday gift. You know what I'm saying? Because most people want money and things like that anyway. So hey, why don't I just cover you and we're good? Ladies, please understand. Please understand. And I was listening for it, and my guy said it. There is a difference in you joining a celebration and you being invited to the celebration. If I invite you, then I'm already preparing financially to take care of you because I did the inviting. And because we live.
So you do believe that if somebody invites somebody somewhere, they should, if he had invited them, he should have picked up the tab?
Hang on, because
Okay.
I'm about to split the baby right now.
Okay.
Now, this is what I teach, and I have taught my daughters and everybody else. Don't you depend on anybody.
Mm-hmm.
You prepare yourself.
Yep.
Ladies, you prepare yourself to hold your own, just in case of things like this. Make sure, number one, that you can take care of wherever you're going. Two, make sure that you can get somewhere. That means Uber, bus, train, plane, whatever. Make sure that your finances are in order to where you don't have to end up messing around in a situation like this. this shouldn't even be an issue. But for some reason, you got a lot of surface thinking females. I'm trying to be nice. I am. Surface thinking females. They just think, oh, you're the only man at the table. Woo! I almost said it. Now you want to be equal in every goddamn thing else.
When it's convenient.
Thank you. When it serves you. When it serves you.
Uh-huh.
Ladies, pick your struggle. Pick your freaking struggle. I'm gonna leave it right there because this is your show, sir.
Oh, you good. You know what? I'm gonna piggyback on the pick your struggle. I would also say pick your lane and stay in your lane. If you're gonna tell me, because this is gonna be the same female that's gonna tell me I'm independent, I get my own, I do my own, and everything else. But the first chance you think somebody gonna give you a ride, you all in for it. You know, like you said, you should always be prepared to pay, no matter what, for several reasons. Things could go left. You may need to go ahead and leave. And you don't want somebody sitting here saying, well, you can't leave because I ain't paid the bills. How you know you ain't paying the bill? And that kind. You don't want somebody to put you in a bad situation.
Exactly.
You don't want to sit there and
dating.
Yeah, and he ain't even dating none of them. You know, like you said, he did the admirable thing by saying, you know what? It's the birthday girl's day. We ain't gonna make her pay for that. As a matter of fact, what should have happened was everybody else that was splitting the check should have said, you know what? We all gonna chip in. So since you picked up,
that would have been the cool thing.
Since you picked up the bill for the birthday girl, then we gonna go ahead and add tip in for that, so that'll help cover the bill for the birthday. Something, but they didn't even offer. And the funny thing was, the girl that was sitting next to the birthday girl said something that actually supported the guy, and she didn't even realize it. She said, "I didn't even get nothing. Why should I sit there and pay for something I didn't even get?" Which is what the guy's point was, is why I'm gonna pay for y'all asses when I didn't eat that food. Y'all ate
exactly. I didn't eat it, and I didn't drink your drink.
So she the one that,
and even the waitress broke it down whenever she said, "Until y'all get a husband, y'all know y'all are wrong for this."
Oh yeah,
that was the wife.
Or the wife, or whoever. Okay.
Yeah, but she sat there to try to give them some a perspective on that. It's just kind of weird to be able to see that was the expectation. Like,
and why is it us?
They literally sit down at the table, order all that food, and then here's the other crazy thing. Then they sit there and say it's only $700.
Well, then why don't you own $700?
Exactly. Well, if it's only $700, then say less. Count it out. Count it out. Anthony
it's
said
$700, but it's 4 of y'all. So go ahead and do the math.
Yeah. Anthony said she didn't order anything because she didn't have no money at first.
True.
You know, it's funny when
my sister gonna say something. My sister gonna say something.
Yeah, it's funny you got no money though. You gonna order just water. Go ahead, Lori.
So I had seen this before a couple of times, and it was part of a series of memes, and especially piggybacking on the lady from the Cheesecake Factory on the date and everything else. So this is running on the gambit, and it made me think about when I was dating, and I had actually, again, it was a friend, but I guess we were kind of whatever it was. And I invited him out to go to Ruth Chris, took him to a steakhouse. And at the time, I wasn't expecting him to pay because, again, I asked him out on this date. But I made sure that I covered the bill. And because I also remembered that I have also been told from parents in this one, you got to cover yourself. You may need to get out of there, dip this one. You got to make sure you got your own money. Why would you go outside to some place and not have no money? Because then you could have just politely declined. The other heifers that was at that table was absolutely ridiculous, talking about,
Thank
oh,
you, sis.
as a man, you need to pay. No, then you should have stayed home.
Exactly.
You
All
should
the
have
time.
stayed home. You should have stayed
These
home. And it's appalling as a female that I keep hearing, and again, going to your point, CJ, of the entitlement. Because I was just like, but you still say that I can drive my own car, I can do this, and I can pay all my own bills. So then you should be able to cover a whatever the breakdown from the bill for the birthday girl and his wife. The rest of it, y'all seem got your hair done, got your all of this done. You can cover it. So once you sitting here, why are you looking trifling, talking about, oh, he's the man and he needs to cover it? No,
Mm-mm.
no. Stay in your lane. Oh my gosh, these women out here this way, and it's just like every time I'd be like, dude, I wouldn't want to date you either.
I'm telling you, sis. Listen,
man's supposed to pay for everything.
listen.
But
Again,
it should
that
have been an
comes from.
expectation.
See,
Whether you're dating someone where you're doing this one, you can kind of know in the way that either that this was established that at
mhm,
that time, and I'll use myself as an example, I said I
uh-huh,
was paying for it.
right. So look, it's all about establishing that communication. Number one,
Mm-hmm.
it's all about establishing that communication, finding out the type of female or male that you're dealing with. In other words, try find out about the person, because everybody get all sensitive. So finding out the mentality of your said dating individual or whoever you're trying to get serious with, you will know right off the bat then what you would need to do.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, even if I'm invited, I'm always at the ready.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Meaning that I'm always being like, okay, I'll give an example. Here recently, I was invited to help celebrate a friend's celebration of their family member, and we went out and everything, and I made sure that what I ordered, I could pay for it.
Yeah.
Because other than that, I was just gonna sit there and enjoy the festivities and be like, oh girl, I didn't order a dang thing except for water. But here's the thing though, because I was invited and we had that conversation already between me and that friend. He's like, don't worry about it, CJ. I got it because I invited you. That's all it takes. It's just a quick conversation about, it's a courtesy thing.
Right.
But just because it's a courtesy thing, it should not turn into an expectation. That's what I'm saying.
Absolutely not.
It should not ever turn into an expectation. If someone invites you out, really go by what's in your pocket.
Mm-hmm.
Go by what's in your pocket. Stop looking for these free rides. Stop looking for these free lunches and all this other stuff. Oh man, come on, guys. Come on, guys.
Yeah.
People. And why is it always our culture?
Well, no, I just think it's just
I
this
agree.
expectation that it's just been that you're like it just boggles the mind, and I'm just like, now I can understand. But then women come back and say, but there's no good men out there, or this one they can't have this way, and I'm like, I said, wait a minute, nobody can keep your particular expectation. I wouldn't want to sit here and date you. Like, no, no.
Yeah.
I'd be like, nah, I'll be cool.
So what's the whole point of the date then? Okay, so this is kind of rhetorical, but what's the whole point of the date? Is it to eat, or is it to try to get to know one another better?
Free meal.
You could have went to Starbucks. And again, when people start talking about them Starbucks dates, talking about, why would you take me to Starbucks? Because it's easy. Because Starbucks is easy, and it's because you don't know if this is going to go somewhere, if it's not going to go somewhere. So we could do a quick hour and a half, like whatever, and then be in and out. but I don't need to be trapped with a meal.
But see, the problem with that, Lori, and before I get into that, let me read Anthony's comments. He said, I'm going somewhere I can afford Applebee's, Fridays, Olive Garden. Sorry, I laughed so hard. Hurt my chest. If I'm invited, I ask, what's my budget? And then Anthony says, Starbucks ain't cheap. Starbucks isn't cheap, but it's the perception of Starbucks versus taking somebody to Ruth's Chris, State 48, Morton's, one of those kinds of establishments. Hell, you can't even damn near probably take somebody to the Cheesecake Factory. Well, we know that one. Or what's my little what's my little Chinese place upscale one that they got?
PF Chang's?
PF Chang's, yeah. You can't take them to that anymore. It's got to be one of those high price things, because tell me how much you like me or you try to impress me.
Why? Well, I don't know you like that.
I'm giving you the other view. It ain't my view. But tell me how much you like me or want to impress me or want me to take you seriously by how much you spend on me.
But then I have a question. Are you eating all these food all this way or you just saw this on Instagram or wherever the heck you saw it and was like, ooh, I'd love to try this?
Time said it was a 10 out of 10. Let me go on.
You know what? See, you know what? And you know what? I think it's a mix of both of what both of y'all just said just then. Mm-hmm. I think a whole lot of people have they saturate themselves so much in media.
Yeah. Yes.
They saturate themselves so much in media to where if it's on this particular platform, it's real or whatever. So that means that it has to be this way. Not understanding the reality of real working men's pockets.
Right.
It is very rare that you are going to come across a man that can actually hold down a high-end restaurant on the regular, and it doesn't faze him or whatever the case may be. The likelihood of you finding that man is very, very, very rare.
I tell Lori that every day.
But the blue collar worker, we'll make some things happen every now and then, and that's why only thing that we're looking for is that sign of appreciation. Whenever it really is done, because your man has gone, he sacrificed some stuff or he stacked up some stuff. See, for a person like me, when you mention Ruth Chris or something like that, bro, that's like a once in a that's like a every
that's a 10
that's like a true right. That's like an anniversary thing, things like that.
Yeah,
because I mean, like, keeping it real, we work real hard for the little pennies that we do make, and we do want to show you, our special ones to us, just how much we do appreciate you and everything. So these are symbolisms to show you that, but it's not a regular. Iman said something else.
Yeah, Iman said you should have basic conversation before you decide to go on a date. That will help each party decide if they want to go further and what would be a good choice. And
yes, she just echoed what I said. Yep.
And piggybacking off of mine, I think what happens too, CJ, is people only look at something from the side that they look at from. We all come from different backgrounds and experiences, and like you just said, from a blue collar point of view, I'm old enough to remember where if our parents took us with them to Red Lobster, that was a big deal. And the thing was, they didn't even have to tell us that it was a big deal, because if it was McDonald's, hey Tony, hey Alan, if it wasn't McDonald's or something quick like that, or hell, even just being at home and watching mom cook a good noodle bake, then we knew that this was a special time and it was something to really appreciate. The problem is that some people then get overly spoiled into thinking that, hell, we're supposed to go out 5 to 6 days out of the week. When I go to the club on the weekends, I'm not taking a whole lot of money, because every dude in this place is potential to buy me a drink or two or three. So I'm not gonna need
You saw my sister's reaction.
You're gonna be real thirsty.
And
You're
if
gonna
I
be real thirsty.
and if I play literally
Sipping on water.
and if I play, oh no, most of the time, and I ain't trying to integrate ladies saying, hey, y'all wear these outfits and stuff like that to make these guys sit there and feel compelled to do things, but it don't hurt either. You show up there and act like you're a little bit interested, and let's be honest, this didn't come out of whole cloth. Strippers been doing this forever. You go to the strip club. I don't know how to turn the strippers, but you go to the strip club. Them girls will sit there and look at you while they on the pole dangling upside down and give you that eye contact to make you feel like you're the only brother in that strip club. And the next thing you know, your pockets are empty. And as soon as your pockets are empty, they move on to the next one. Oh, Lord, I know you said something crazy. Hey, T-Pain, who buying me a drink? I came to the show at the right time. Yeah, you seem always come to the show at the right time, Stina. But no, seriously. So I think a lot of times there's an expectation of when I go to the club with my friends, we look good. We gonna get drinks because we look good. We gonna get this because we look good. Hey, girls, if we play our cards right, they might even pay for our Uber ride home.
Because you know what, you riding off of a whole lot of faith messing around with a brother like me, bro.
You know what?
You riding around a whole lot of faith. You got more faith.
They know your ass at the club. It's gonna be other dudes.
I am trying not to let a whole lot of Navy come out of my mouth right now.
And if I may say, on my example that I had, the dude that I took out, because he made way more money than I did. Like he was balling. But I still paid because I had it. Like as I said, I saved whatever I did, I saved it up, and I say we went on here. But you talking about like, that's why I said you see like you're saying.
But see, like you're saying, sis, you had that conversation. You had an understanding. Just like whenever I was invited to a celebration, but we were prepared. I mean, just think about the song in Lion King for a second. You know, Scar. Be prepared. Be prepared, bro.
Okay.
That's the only thing we sing.
I was auditioning for Disney on Ice. Okay.
Just be prepared. I'm trying to make it. Listen, I'm trying to bring some competition show. I'm trying to bring some lightheartedness to the situation because things like this really do get underneath my skin, and to see my people, and you got to understand. Who, when you have, see, number one, I have daughters, you know, and I don't want for them to come up with this whole mentality of entitlement and everything else. No, that is not the way to be. And my daughters are beautiful, every last one of them, and I'm not saying that because they're my daughters. They are gorgeous, but they will learn to stand on their own, be grateful and thankful, and show appreciation. But I want for them to be ready to be able to get themselves financially out of any situation that they might find themselves in.
All right. Well, this is what I want to do. I want to pose this question, but before I pose the question, just to let my Instagram folks know, Instagram only lets us stream on our platform 1 hour at a time. We're about to hit that high mark. Once we do, it's going to disconnect you, but give it about 2 minutes and I'll have it right back up. I'll have to put in another stream code. But I want to read Iman's comments and Anthony's comment, and then kind of see where I am on time to see if I want to do the question before the break or after the break. Iman says, sometimes, guys, these days you may not get even one drink. Make sure you have your own. Referring to the fact that some ladies are banking on the fact that they're going to get a drink out of a dude. And then Anthony says, I'll pay for your ride to somewhere warm with a hard bed, 911. Even if I have to come back from this point, you know, the danger I see in whether it's a dinner like this or just regular dating. I know y'all are old enough to remember, and guys weren't really joking. Hey, the more expensive the dinner that I take you on, there's an expectation that goes with that. So if I take you to McDonald's, there's a certain level of expectations than if I take you to Ruth's Chris. If I take your ass to Ruth's Chris,
I'm in it. I'm in there.
You know how tonight is
I'm
going.
in there.
Now,
it's going down.
Now you wouldn't want. Yep, and we just lost the Instagram. So I'll tell you what, Lori, we're gonna sit there and pause on that. I'll come back and finish my thought. Guys, we're gonna run at least 2 commercials that'll give me time to rework Instagram, and we'll be right back. See you. Introducing Sawyer, Kid Lawyer, Teacher versus Nap Time. A great book that will help your little one with reading, writing, and spelling. Coming from the authors Shanine and Sheldon Muldrow. Please check this book out and support. Thank you so much. Man, I'm getting better at that. Okay.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. That's good.
Cool. Before I finish my thought, Christina said my daughter had to learn to take care of herself. Also, chivalry is not dead. Put every drink you don't have to sip. Look, I think that chivalry has been redefined and reimagined. What chivalry used to be was me opening the door for you. When we walk down the sidewalk, I'm walking on the side closest to the street. That's kind of chivalrous things, you know, complimenting a woman and you know, those kind of things. Now it's expanded. There's a 2024 version of chivalry that does not necessarily align itself with what you know, the 50s, 60s, and 70s used to be. For sure. So it's a little bit different. But the question I was posing before is, hey, I remember back in the day, guys used to sit there and have expectations that if I took you to a very nice restaurant, hey, this night was going to end with some sheets.
I'm going to be happy.
Yeah.
I'm going to be happy.
It's going to end with some sheets.
Yes, sir.
You know, I'm going to show you what I can do right now, and you're going to show me what you can do a little later. Now, whether that's right or wrong, how are you going to have expectations of somebody paying for everything and not think that they don't have expectations on the other side? You run the risk of getting into expectations. I think, kind of back to Iman's point, you need to be sure that you both are on the same page. Assumptions can get you into different places that you end up regretting being at the end of it. There's no reason to get into assumptions, because as long as your mouth works, and I don't mean that way, but as long as you can talk and listen, you should be able to figure out what it is. Lori, I love your idea about Starbucks, especially when it's just the first date. It's not as much pressure on a date when you're just going to Starbucks. You're not having to sit there and I guess get all glossed up for Starbucks. Maybe some people would, but you know, somebody walking in with 4-inch heels at Starbucks gonna probably look a little crazy. And pounds of makeup on their face, and
they do that anyway.
Like I say, bro, evidently you ain't been out.
You know, I wouldn't. Well, my
I mean, unless you go into a Tim Hortons or something, maybe it's a little different, or Dunkin'.
Look, I don't know. If it was me, I ain't saying I'm a bum out going to Starbucks if I'm meeting somebody for a first impression, but I ain't wearing no damn suit and tie or no coat jacket, nothing like that. I mean, I'm maybe a button down and some slacks or something,
I thought you were gonna sit here to tell the story about how, I guess if you're talking about breaking other pockets when we dated.
Oh no! Because I already got a burns me with you is the fact that you done told this story twice on this show about you taking some scrub to damn Ruth Chris and paying the bill, and you ain't never took my ass to no Ruth Chris and paid no damn bill. Close your mouth. The flies are getting in, as we say in the South. It's all right. You in timeout for the next 2 minutes. Don't even worry about it. I got this. Iman said, life is busy. Sometimes you just grab something quick. It is, and it's very less intrusive. You could both have very busy schedules. It's a very easy way of being able to have a quick meet and greet. And if things don't really go that well, you can always kind of, cut it real quick. Anthony says, we talking while we drink our coffee, eating our bagels. She doesn't have to anymore. She got the prize. Iman trying to save you. She tried to throw a lifeline out, but the problem is you done drifted all further off into the water. So the life jacket
and that occurrence happened 15 years ago, way before you. So that's why I was like sitting here. As I said, it was nothing there.
Let me tell you something.
Wait a minute. I have helped you.
When it comes to Big Daddy in Pound Town, there was no before me.
Okay.
Mom said, just kidding. Maybe she has it in the works and you messed up.
I'll mess up because if she was going, if it was in your heart to do it, you'll still do it no matter what I said on this show.
And I always do this. What are you talking about? Now you just sitting here trying to be the victim. That's what should be on what bird eat.
Don't believe this, y'all. I eat Cheerios every night. Don't believe that.
You need to stop.
Y'all see this? Y'all see this West Charlotte shirt I got on? I had this shirt since I graduated.
That's a lie. That's a lie.
That shirt is way too fresh, my brother.
Same I ain't watched it. I ain't watched it since 1990.
Oh
and
God!
Who washes clothes? Me. Oh my gosh! You know what?
Because he had the play.
Amon had another comment. Amon tried to save me, but
Amon got your back. Amon got your back, sis.
What she's saying about the guy that Lori took out, just because she had the intention to pay, he didn't have to accept. And that kind of goes back to the whole thing too. Is it's like you said, CJ? It should be more of a, hey, wow, that's so thoughtful. Not I walked into this with that expectation. There have been plenty of times when I've sat there and us and our friends may have gone to a dinner or something like that, and I might kind of give Lori that look like, yeah, I'm gonna get this one, and I'll like excuse myself like I'm going to the bathroom, but I am, but I'm also stopping by the waiter stand, and say, hey, hold my credit card. Do not bring this to the table. Go ahead and run it. And then by the time the night ends, they'll bring it over to me to just sign it off and stuff. And they'll be like, hey, what's up? We how much we got? And I'll be like, don't even worry about it. And they'll be like,
bruh,
do that?
Now, bruh, let's talk about that seriously though. Because see, I think now for the men,
yeah,
that's how you do it. Especially when you really don't, especially when you mean what you say.
Right. And
okay. So now we're going to go into paying etiquette a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go ahead and take them to class, B. When a man does something, he does it in secret. Therefore, he doesn't draw attention. It's not that big.
Right.
You don't have to sit up there at the table. Oh, here we go. I got it. You're not there to impress no one. Mm-hmm. Not in that sense. Okay. Let's bring everything back to being humble.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. A real man is just kind of like how my dad used to say, it's the emptiest cans that make the loudest noise. You ain't got nothing. You don't have a conversation. You don't have anything to offer outside of what you think you got, which ain't, it depends on the woman that you're dealing with. She'll let you know that, different things like that. So be humble. It's what I'm saying. Be humble, be private, knock out your business, and let the evening go or the afternoon go wherever it's gonna go.
Yeah,
you don't have to sit up there and try to play big ball all the time or accidentally drop a receipt and she sees something. That was the most ignorant thing that I heard, even coming out the 80s and the 90s, when the guy would accidentally drop the receipt.
Fake receipt. Drop.
I remember dudes would buy the most expensive flowers for girls and leave the little sticker price tag on the damn vase so that they know they just spent $75 on them flowers.
I'm like, Negro, that is tacky as hell. Oh, but it's just like, that is just so tacky.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. The first time I really was snipping somebody, I did do that one time. I ain't gonna lie. I let them know. I wanted to help her to know how much ramen and peanut butter and jelly sandwiches I was gonna have to eat to buy this help with some stuff for Valentine's Day. I ain't gonna lie, I did leave it on there that first time because I felt proud of myself that I actually bought something for somebody for Valentine's Day. So I ain't gonna lie, I did do that the first time.
No, I'm just having a moment of looking at this.
So you was that ninja. You was that ninja.
I was young. I wasn't even 20 years old. Man.
I can imagine Brian standing by the ATM looking for his bank receipts. Talking about, I could do the drop.
Hey,
bam.
Hey, I was.
Well, no, it's not. It's not really a drop. Like the way so what they was trying to push back in, like I said, like the late 80s, early 90s, was like, you just so happen to have the receipt like slightly like hanging out your pocket or so, and it's oops, and then and then she happened to be here. You drop this, and then she happens to look at it and be all impressed. No, stop. Hey. Number one, she know what she ordered. Two, come on, man.
There were a couple of weeks ago. I went to karaoke and invited one of my friends from high school, Miss Tamika McElwain, and her daughter, and we were out at karaoke, and I had gone to the bathroom, and Peaches, Lord have mercy, she don't age. So I'm sure, people didn't realize that she was, my age. And some young buck sat there, walked by, and tapped her on the shoulder and said, "Ma'am, I think you dropped your money." And it was like $1 or $2 bills on the floor. And by the time I got back, she was looking down at it, and she looked up and told him that it wasn't hers. And he said, "Well, I don't know whose it is. I'll just sit it right up here." And he sat it on the bar next to her. And he walked off. And she says, "Well, that'd be kind of strange. Somebody just dropped their money right there." And I had to educate. I said, "Peach, ain't nobody dropped that money but him. That was his way of trying to talk to you." And she looked at me like, "That's what they doing now?" I said, "Yeah." And the sad part was he only had two $1 bills to do it with. He could at least drop the 20 or 50 down there.
You know what? At least the young brother tried. I guess I don't know.
He did.
At least he tried.
He was gonna shoot his shot. I give him that. He was gonna shoot his shot. But brother, I'm telling all y'all little young bucks, y'all can't use no $1 bills when you're trying to do something like that. Especially not on that woman, because she too well put together, and she does do her own. So if you're gonna impress her, you might have wanted to drop 250s down there. For real.
Something like that. Or just say, hey,
comment.
I know. Anthony killing me today.
If you're taking a picture of food, take a picture of the guy too.
That is so true. Everybody's trying to take a picture of their meal again, because either this is the first time that you've had something like this, or that you want to have the memory. But it just kills me, and I'm just like, you can't take a picture of the person you're eating with, like,
because they're not the story. That doesn't give them likes and emojis on their stories. It's the food.
Right.
You know,
because see, the perception is, sis, is that they want for their friends and social lights to think that they got it like that, like I said, on the regular.
yeah. You
When
know,
you are actually, see, you're trying to live like you're balling or like you got it like that or you got the bag like that when you are barely scraping by, to be honest.
that's right.
You know,
Don't let your
Absolutely.
friends send all them pictures from Aruba, Jamaica, Turks and Caicos fool you because that car just got repossessed and the lights ain't on.
Right.
you know, and like, or you can get busted like how some of these influencers and stuff happen to be getting busted, and even like in New York. See, you forget. See, this ain't real. This is called a green screen. and so what's happening is that is that these people are sitting up here green screening a lot of their stuff, and they having y'all thinking that they traveling the world and all this other stuff, and these and oh, the other part that kills me, these young ladies, listen, we caught on to the game. Victoria has told us all your secrets. We know about the angle shots. Okay. I understand. Listen. I understand. I don't mean to take the bus and run you over back and forth. I'm just saying that when you're messing with an OG like me, we educate our sons and our nephews and stuff like that, and we put them on game, and we let them know, hey, you're falling for it.
So no filters, huh? No filters. No filters, no photo filters. Got it.
We gon' listen. If I told my son and I told my nephews and my younger men, have a live conversation with them.
Mm-hmm. You got
if she don't want to do a live, let it go.
Bro, I had to learn that too, because there'll be a lot of girls, and this comes into a little bit different thing, but you gotta have a live conversation to make sure the age they telling you that they are really makes sense. You might say, wait a minute, no. You ain't I need my ID. I need to scan the back of that ID back, because it might be
and you can find that out even just by asking, like, what are their interests are. Boom. Right. If as soon as you find out, and because because people like to talk about themselves. That's one thing that we learned from Mrs. Jones. She said, she tells us that all the time. People love to talk about themselves. So if you get a person to talk about themselves, their true colors will begin to manifest. And just be listening, because they're going to tell you who they are.
Hey, Amon. First, Anthony said, I told you first date is a water park. Let me see how you look without the makeup. Amon said, you asking for ID. Amon, I don't want to be sitting there thinking I'm trying to pick up Angela. I look at that ID and it say Anthony. That's gonna be a whole nother viral video, yo.
Oh my god.
That's gonna make it to Charlotte.
Bro, oh my god.
Oh, please don't go on Charlotte. Please
don't.
Not do Charlotte.
I ignore that site on purpose.
Don't be a Mr. Charles Chicken and Fish right next to Mr. Chime Time.
You must say that.
Then I'm gonna see that ID to say Anthony, and I'm gonna tell Mr. Charles Chicken and Fish. Yeah, I need to see your ID. Yeah, I need to see it. Plus, I need to make sure you're the age that you say you are. Not that I'm dating nobody that young or would be at my old ass age, but back then, yeah, you had to make sure that you wasn't getting somebody that was trying to act like they was older than they were. With all these filters and stuff out here, they'll send you pictures, and they can now with all this AI.
15 years ago.
People can make themselves
15 years ago, and they
like,
show up and they look at this like
damn, what'd you do? Eat 3 pigs after we?
Now hold on, guys.
Then your picture look.
Yeah, hold on. One thing about AI, it's good. It is good, but it ain't that good yet. Throttle back. Don't be that dang on thirsty.
They go all in, CJ. They take it too.
Bro, I know.
It don't even be the same complexion.
Exactly. Look at other pictures.
You can't go
compare, contrast.
You can't look like Wesley Snipes in one picture and then be sitting here looking like damn Beyonce in the other skin complexion. You can't do it.
Like,
which one is it?
Are we that thirsty? Are we that thirsty as a society?
But your black ass gang, you can't go from one end to the other. Who are you, Sammy Sosa? You can't do that.
God.
Oh, have mercy.
And his bleaching cream is awful. I'm sorry. That is just rough.
Y'all gotta, like he said, y'all gotta throttle back on these filters because if I have never met you and now we meeting somewhere and I'm looking for you, you're gonna walk right up on me and I'm be like, bro, get off me. Oh, hey!
That's funny.
Okay.
This, bro.
But the nose ring I remember from the picture. Okay.
Okay. Right. You know what? I hate to admit that, but I have seen Amon. She did it again. Right. She made another point. Now it is to where some of these men are out here in these streets like that. Bruh,
15
what the
years
hell
ago,
is going
and then
on?
you're gonna talk about, oh, I'm 35.
Hey.
Where? You 55? Like, what's happening?
Listen, I tell anybody with pride, I say it with my chest, bro. I am 50.
Hey.
And I don't mind owning it.
Speaking of saying it with your chest, Anthony said, true, can't be looking like a man and sound like Michael Clark Duncan over the phone. I'm John Coffey, boss.
Oh,
I'd be scared.
Bow your head.
How you doing? How you doing? I'm John Coffey, boss.
like the Drake.
Be like,
like the Drake.
You know what? I forgot my phone in the car. I'm gonna be right back. And yeah.
Well,
she is right. And do try that too. Men try to sit there. That's that cold catfishing and stuff too. I mean, that ain't who you are. You just sitting there trying to lure somebody in with something that's not even close to being true. I mean, filters are cool and everything to play with, but it shouldn't take away from the essence of the person. I mean, you know, can you imagine? Can you imagine a dog sitting there with a filter and going, I'm gonna make myself look good, and by the time he take a picture, like maybe he was like a little chihuahua. Then by the time he do the filter, he look like a pit bull. girl dog come over and she be like, I was expecting a pit bull. Is he your cousin? Baby, that's me. Shit, can't look harder. Look harder, baby. You don't notice the grill?
And to Iman's point, thank you, Iman. She says men even have hair pieces, head and face. That is so true.
You know what? If I did not see it on YouTube, I would call Iman a liar, but she is very on point.
They do.
When I saw that, bro, I was just too through. They were laying tracks on this dude's head. I will never forget it.
I seen it.
And they cut it, they shaped it, and brother was smooth. And I was like, what?
Like he got AstroTurbo.
I had culture shock. I was upset. I went through so many emotions watching that. I was like, so now
I'm just picturing baby hair, the baby hair and the lashes. That's all I can see. That's all I can see right now is baby hair and lashes.
So we, man.
Hey, I thought it was crazy when I don't know CJ, but in the barbershops now, they can blacken your hair. Almost, I mean, to the point where
that's kind of old though.
Well, yeah, and then now they'll shape it up and everything. But what's not old is taking somebody that ain't got no hair, blacken their whole damn scalp, and then still line it up and everything else. Like they went. It
looks like a freaking tattoo, dude. It don't even look real.
It don't. That's the part.
Come on, man.
You know who you look like? I don't know. Now I'm dating myself, but if you ever saw the old Flash Gordon movie,
I'm sorry, sis.
Mean the Merciless with that damn black.
Oh God, dog. Oh, Mean the Flash Gordon, nigga. I mean, ooh. Boy, you just dated everybody. If you were laughing, you're old. Okay.
Yeah. Oh my God. Oh God. All I remember is that unnatural looking black head that he had.
Yeah, just coming down to a point. Yeah.
Oh my, yes. Yes, they doing that, man. They do it. I'm sitting there thinking,
my favorite movie. That was my favorite movie.
Oh God! If y'all ain't never seen it, y'all need to go look at Flash Gordon with Dolph Lundgren. Very, very, very young person.
Or at least, or you know what? You can at least say, what was it? Oh gosh, Marilyn, Marilyn, the Wizard, when he wore the gold chrome dome, is what I call it. That's what you look like. You.
Yeah. Hey, Amon said it's not even the baby hair anymore. They got bangs gelled to their faces.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, I know. I've seen Glorilla plenty of times. Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh.
Get him, Glo.
Man, don't do that to baby girl. Look, she now listen. Okay. Now see. Here's where I'm going to show a little bit of cushion, just a little bit.
A little bit.
I'm giving the fact. Or I'm giving the mercy of her age, kind of like I'm giving the mercy of these dum-dums that's going around here showing everybody they ass to everybody. I'm looking at your age now.
What's wrong with that?
Huh?
I ain't say nothing. I was drinking.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. So I'm considering your age and your life experience. You know. It could, you know, I'm showing just a little bit of mercy there. And that's it. Because when you are pushing 30 or more and you still doing stuff like that, it's time for you to sit down. Sit down.
Yep. It is. All right, y'all. Hey, we could go on and on with this, but we got to bring the show to an end. And y'all know what we do normally about this time. What we do at this time, Lori?
Our infamous.
Oh, she bringing up the car run. It's time for What I Don't Like Is. Lori, what is it that you don't like?
Can we please stop laying on lashes that encompass your whole entire eye? Because I can't even see your eye. Please, I can't. The weight of the lashes on these people that I see.
I'm so sleepy.
It's scary.
I'm sleepy.
Lashes
so
and
sleepy.
baby hair. Can we please stop it? Can we let that go? It's 2024. Let it go.
Iman has a like, don't like. What's wrong with this is these young boys are showing they skid marks on their butt. Look, if you don't sit there and have your pants hanging off your ass and we see your drawers, they need to at least be clean drawers, not showing all your booty skid marks on them.
Bruh.
Otherwise, I'm going to call you shitty tracks.
But see, y'all kind of, okay. So me and Iman are on the same page because that's exactly what I was going to talk about.
Jarita Sharon Green.
I was watching somebody's podcast, and
we're not have hope.
They were, and here's the thing. And for some reason, it just does something to my nerves. Again, to see a full grown ass man that just won't bring his pants up. Mm-hmm. It irks the hell out of me. I mean, these are like a grown men. Like they're like 40 and up. And I'm like, okay, listen, I get that, you know, age, you know, our age, you know, is starting to be, you know, our life expectancy has extended and different things like that. But some things you just need to simply mature out of. And that's just one of them. You know, find a freaking belt, run it through the loops, pull your pants up, and act like you have experienced something in life. Thank you.
Wow, that was deep. I'm gonna take it back to the gutter. You know, I don't really like, and I still don't like. And I brought this up before. Listen, let me tell y'all something. I drive at night a lot, and I drive a Jeep Grand Cherokee. Not a flashy vehicle, but it's very nice. Wasn't really built for speed, but it's a nice little luxury vehicle. I like it. Folks tend to like it, but there's no reason ever should I ever race past a Camaro, a Charger, or a damn Mustang.
I already know where you're going, man.
How in the hell? Now listen, I understand a lot of y'all get these loud ass Hemi stuff because you overcompensating for something else.
Oops, say it, bro. Say it, bro.
But if you go get a muscle car, it's called a muscle car for a reason.
For a reason.
Don't be going down North Tryon Street or Badersford Road going 25 damn miles an hour.
In the left-hand lane.
In the left lane.
In the left-hand lane, looking like you lost.
I'm passing muscle cars in a 4-door V6 Jeep Grand Cherokee. Ain't no way in the world. You should be blowing me out. I last night I was beside one. Matter of fact, this one was it was an Audi. It was one of them Audi sports cars. He was driving that thing so slow, I wanted to get out and yank him out that damn car.
Damn.
It was a disgrace how he was driving that car. Now look, I know this ain't Fast and Furious out there. I get that. But my God, them cars are made that if you even look at the gas pedal, that thing will go 60 miles an hour.
Yes, sir.
The fact that you only getting it up to 25, I don't know what you could possibly be doing in that car. But I definitely don't like it. What I would recommend you do is stop overcompensating. Stop paying $800 a month for something. Go on down there to George's Quick Auto Credit on Eastway in Wendover.
And if you know what that's at, you are a charlatan. Go ahead.
Buy now, pay here. Buy here, pay here.
Pay here, buy here, pay here. Yeah.
And get you something you can afford, like a Prius that will go that 25 miles that you so deserve. Anthony says, I just like when people look at the menu, then still ask for the price. Because they want to be sure, Anthony. Wait a minute. Hold on. If I understand this right, do you really mean that 2 crab cakes is $24.99? And is it just those 2 crab cakes? No parsley or nothing on that? Something? Nothing?
What else can I get with that?
It don't come with no asparagus or nothing? Or they may not even know how to asparagus.
Oh wow! Come on,
the asparagus. Stop it.
Asparagus. Wow.
Yeah, they got to be sure, Anthony, because that could make or break you. Like, wait a minute, why is this other appetizer and it's 2 crab cakes for $24.99? Y'all don't have no combo.
Wow.
Y'all get crab cake with this asparagus and a big old gallon of tea. Y'all ain't got no big gulp. Anyway.
And the broccoli. Okay.
I definitely don't like any of that. So that's definitely that. Well, y'all, look, I appreciate y'all sticking around with us for this very entertaining hour and a half. Thank y'all for joining us on X, formerly known as Twitter, Instagram, YouTube TV, LinkedIn, Facebook Live, Amazon Fire TV, and Roku TV. We are about to hit our 4-year mark in about 3 more months. We'll also be starting back our football show sometime in July on Wednesdays at 7. But you can always catch us here head to head every week, every Thursday, at 7 p.m. live. Thank you guys for your comments. Thank you for your support. We'll see y'all again next week. Y'all take care. Be safe. Peace.
Peace.
And it's a ticket talking Mazda for the biggest. That's a comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it.
And it's a ticket talking Mazda for the biggest. That's a comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it. I'm a comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it. comma, and a comma, gotta get it, and it's a ticket talking Maza